Welcome back everybody to the Search Show 24/7. This is episode 12 of Young Justice Invasions entitled True Colors. So let's get right into it because we have a very great episode. Okay guys, as you can tell, I'm in a Spider-Man suit. The reason why I'm preparing for Comic-Con. I know it's in July, but I'm preparing for it. I'm trying to get all the costumes that I want to do. So this is one of them, and I was trying to fit it and make sure everything's right and see where I need to work out at, where my muscles and stuff need to be, shown and stuff. So, and I was just too lazy to take it off for doing this review. So besides that, like I said, I'm going to Comic Con. It's on my bucket list, and I'm dressing up and stuff. So we'll talk about that later. But let's get into True Colors. This was a great episode. It was a step up from last week's episode. It was a lot more action packed. It told an okay story, but it did keep the story, moving along forward, which was very good. I think the reason I like this episode a lot is because it delivered on stuff that I've been asking for, and the stuff that I liked and that I've been liking in season 2, and that stuff has been, Red Arrow and Speedy storyline, and more Tim Drake, because as you know, I've been just praising how much I want them to utilize and put in more of Robin Tim Drake. And I understand that Nightwing's higher characters and they have to give him the bigger shine because he's the bigger character. But Robin, he's still, when it comes down to it, when it's a Young Justice thing, he's still the team leader. So I want to see more of that. And this episode delivered on both the Arsenal aspect of it and the Robin aspect of it. And, they kind of blended in together. And it just made for a better episode for me to enjoy. I don't know about other people, but for me, I enjoyed those two. One thing that always kind of throws me off is the G Godfrey thing, because I've been looking on Tumblr and stuff, because now I'm on Tumblr, and I see a lot of people hate him and a lot of people like him. And this episode I was kind of in the hate for some reason. I don't, the way he was talking, the way he was rolling his R's and stuff. Now it was just annoying for me. I don't know why, but the way he was just talking and reach. That he had that Nigel Thornberry, because he is still Nigel Thornberry. I don't care what nobody says, he's still Wild Thornberry. So he just that R's, man, R's just drove me crazy. But he has his moments though, and I understand why he's in the show. But the show, or this episode, it kind of revolved around how the team was trying to figure out how they can extract the scarab off of Blue Beetle's backing, or Jamie or Jaime, or however you pronounce his name, trying to extract it off his back and see what can work and stuff. And they see that thing's not going out without a fight. That thing on his back, that scarab, is not going off without a fight. And it looks like he's gonna be stuck with it for a long time. So he's just got to deal with it, and he's got to learn how to kind of control it. So that was a very good aspect of this episode, of him realizing that, okay, the only way this thing is coming off is if I'm dead. So I don't want to die. So I need to figure out a way to settle this and figure out a way to control this before it controls me. So I really like that part of it. And another thing I said with the whole Tim Drake Robin thing, it was his first real time kind of shining as a leader. I know, and probably one of the first episodes of season 2, he was the leader, but he wasn't like alpha leader. Usually alpha leaders for Nightwing, but Nightwing, kind of trusted Robin in this one, and I really like that because you see the brother mentor bond thing that they're having, that Nightwing had, or Nightwing had with Batman when he was Robin. So you see that Nightwing's kind of taking over that Batman role while Batman's going and really showing, really putting all his faith into Robin, which I like to see, and that gives Robin a lot more confidence. So that was always good, and that was good for Nightwing to really trust in Robin and have him lead a team. And one of these people on the team is one of my favorites, which is Speedy, Arsenal, aka Red Arrow 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter. You know who I'm talking about. Arsenal. He's back. Got the buzz cut. Got the got the satisfaction arm. Because he was nubby nub. Yeah. Oh nubby nub. Oh nubby nub. Can you see him at the club just trying to dance, trying to trying to wave your hands in the air, wave like you just don't care. You know, him trying to give somebody a high five. Because when somebody give you a high five on the right, you got to give them a high five on the left or something like that. And he said, I'm sorry. Stop it. Stop it. I'm done. I promise I'm done. But yeah, you see that he's back. He's got the buzz cut, and you see his whole demeanor, change, and how he's a lot more confident, and he's a lot more arrogant, and he does stuff the way he wants to do it, even though the leader tells him not to. He'll still do it. So you see that, and I like that, because you need that friction in the team, and you can tell that he's that friction, and he can be the downfall of the team, or he can help the team out. So he has a lot of great qualities with that arm, because that arm does a lot. And it was one of the only things that was kind of helping them out when they were fighting Black Beetle. So he has a lot of great qualities, but he's still a high risk danger to the team, because he's just so arrogant, and he doesn't want to follow direction. So you have to wonder, like, how long will that play out till they basically say, like, yo, we're glad you're back, and we're glad you're alive, but you're a very big danger to the team because of the way you act. So I want to see that play out a little bit more, because that can be a very interesting storyline, and very interesting, confrontation when it comes down to it, because you can already tell that it's going to come a point where they're going to have to sit his butt down and say, yo, something's got to give. So I like to see more of that. Another thing that was in this episode was we get a new introduction to a new beetle, which is a green beetle, which is a Martian beetle. So that was very good to see, and very unique, because I'm not the biggest genius when it comes to the blue beetle mythos, so I don't know too much about it. So I didn't know the colors go through the whole rainbow. So pretty soon they're gonna have their own little Power Ranger team and stuff. So that's gonna be cool. Once the White Ranger comes with the gold and stuff. Um, it, Come on now, you gonna have the whole Power Rangers with the White Ranger. So I can't wait to see the White Beetle, because it's gotta happen. You going with the colors, it's gotta happen. So overall, though, it was great to see that, because now that we have a new Beetle, and he's on the so far we suspect that he's on the good side. He can give us more info on how to beat the Reach, and what they're planning on. So that's going to be great to see, and great to kind of discover, and how he can be a great asset to the team. Um, Now we're shifting gears to another side story, with the whole father daddy drama issue with the sports master and Black Manta, how they're kind of fighting and clashing heads, because Calder so-called killed Artemis, and Sportsmaster is pissed. He's not pissed that Calder killed her. He's pissed that they didn't tell him about it beforehand. So that makes him look like a punk. So, which really makes him just a terrible father. That's all it is. He's not getting like a free meal at Denny's anytime soon for Father's Day, because he's just a terrible father, like really terrible. And we got to see a little of Cheshire, and I'm a big fan of her, so it was great to see her just for a little bit. So overall, though, I think this episode was very, very great. It was very entertaining. It was a lot more action packed than last week's. Had some of my favorite characters really show up and really like take charge and stuff. So hopefully, the story keeps moving along. And another thing that we got to see towards the end was that Simon is going to try to bring back Calder in his vegetated state. So that's going to be a very, very interesting thing, because he's going to have to go into Calder's head and really figure out what happened and what Calder knows and stuff. So, like they said, after Simon gets done with him, he's gonna know Calder better than his own father. So he might find out the fact that Calder had this like double, triple cross thing and was working with the team really and is really against his father. So that's gonna be really interesting, and that's gonna be very interesting to see how they played out. Will they just once they figure it out, will they just wipe his whole memory clean and make him start over brand new? That's what I'm assuming, and that's what I would like to see. I wouldn't like to see it happen, but that's what I think because I would like to see Calder back on the good side. But I really feel like they're going to figure out that, oh, he was really against us. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to bring him back. We're going to wipe his whole memory clean, and we're going to give him new memories to really assume that he is really, really bad and evil, and he really hates the Young Justice team. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. Overall, it was a great episode. Please like this video, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you thought. And as always, guys, this is the Circle Show 24/7. Be easy.